And a shot here of the arena from up top. Beautiful night here in Houston, Texas. Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. One of the preeminent players in professional basketball, Chris Paul.
You know, we focus so much on Chris Paul's offensive abilities, but defensively, he's one of the best point guards in the NBA. Perennially at the top of the list in terms of most steals per game. Very strong for a guy who's maybe not as physically imposing as some of the other guards in the league.
Yeah, he is that. He is deceptively strong and has great anticipation, and if he does pilfer it from you, he knows exactly what to do, whether leading the break for a layup for somebody else or getting to the rim for his own basket. I mean, he can dish or switch. Pick your poison with him. Boy, you look at the Clippers, and they clearly are one of the most entertaining teams in the NBA. One of the outstanding team shows you'll see. They have fun, they're up and down, but they're a hard-working group, and a lot of that you have to attribute to their leader, Chris Paul.
Pass to Dudley. Paul outside. Paul gets a screen from Griffin. Redick for three. Griffin dishes to Paul. Redick with it. Back to Paul. Tries again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Well, Clark, as you were taking a look at the Clippers, they are a fun team, an amazing product so far with big names all around. But, you know, Steve, they've got to work hand in hand to make sure they're always at their best and not take things for granted.
Well, I think it's still a team that's a work in progress. You've got a young front line in Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, great point guard in Paul, but the new additions have helped, and I think it'll be interesting to see if this team can gel during the playoffs.
Well, I'm sure Chris Paul not happy with how last season ended. He's hungry for a title. But a franchise best in wins for the Clippers, and for CP3, another great season statistically, I think he's got to take some solace in that.
And so he hits both. And for Chris Paul last season, a career low in minutes with a great backup behind him and Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, even when Paul missed those 12 games with an injury, the Clippers did fine without him, but now Bledsoe is on to Phoenix after the trade. Darren Collison steps into that backup role, and we'll see how he's able to fare.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
I tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
Clippers with the ball. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Doc Rivers. A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard, and rightly so. He said, we know Dwight can do it all, and it is going to take a five-man effort to slow him down. He can finish, block shots, rebound. The guy is almost 7 feet of pure muscle, and there is just no way to handle him one-on-one. If there is a way, the NBA hasn't discovered it yet.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And here's Harden following the three from Dudley. Then the pass to Howard and taken away by Paul. Feeds it to Redick. Back to Paul. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. There's the steal. Parsons attacking. Kicks it out to Harden. Second chance shot. And Howard with the nice bucket inside.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Ball against Land. Unloads from 13. Paul's shot is off. Los Angeles on D. Harden kicks to Lin. And the three ball is good. Lin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at that three-point shot.
Jordan with a screen on Lin. Paul outside. Kicks to Jordan. Makes it off the glass. Jordan's got his first points in this one.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Harden dishes to Parsons. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, you could, in some ways, call Chandler Parsons' first season a mild surprise, but he really accelerated things in his second season. He improved in all parts of the game and really showed he could be a top option for a team offensively. He's got such versatility, and his shooting range is unlimited.
And that one misses. Well, for Chandler Parsons last season, Steve, top 20 in minutes played, and he was more effective in his minutes. You really utilized every one of them well.
Yeah, he improved his shooting in every dimension, Kevin, from the field, from the outside, and especially from the foul line. Upped his scoring rate dramatically, really has made strides across the board.
And the second free throw, good.
Boy, you watch the way Parsons moves, and you see how quickly he's able to shift and change directions. And you forget that Chandler Parsons is 6'10", because he moves like a much smaller guy. He's a terrific all-around player.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
And stolen by Jordan. Paul with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. It's tipped. Now here's Howard. Passes it to Lynn. Harden outside. Goes back up. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Howard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, I'm impressed with the determination he showed right there, getting himself in a good position under the glass. Did his work early there.
Yeah, with the presence of mind, know just where the rebound was going to go to.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in. That was beautiful. Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
And back to Parsons. Clark, he talked about his mobility, a good defender, too. And for a young player, that's rare. So you look at his size, ability to move his feet, and the upside certainly is there. Then you put him with a guy like Kevin McHale as his coach, and a nice array of talent. He's got a good situation.
He does. Got a bright future, and I'm most impressed with his defense. You talked about a lot of his skills, but you know, Houston will frequently put him on the opponent's best wing offensive player.
Redick gets a screen from Jordan. Redick passes to Dudley. Good on the triple. Dudley's got 6.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
It's Harden with the drive. Here's Lynn. And the 3 off target.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
And Redick kicks to Paul. Now the pass to Jordan. Back to Paul. The 3 from Dudley. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 9 points in the game so far.
Well played right there, and you can feel the momentum changing.
I think this lead will continue to move upward unless something unforeseen happens.
Now here's Parsons. Ashik in the post. Griffin's there. Shot clock at 5. It's Harden with the drive. Some solid defense from Redick.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
On its way from Dudley for 2. No good. And it's Houston the other way. Harden kicks to Lynn. Count the bucket. Lynn's got 5 now.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward. But
use that pick to get in close. And that's now 6 points for Chris Paul.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Lynn's shot is off.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Griffin with it. Now defended by Asher. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Griffin. 9 points for Chris Paul.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
You know, DeAndre Jordan last year led the league in field goal percentage at 64%, but that was a percentage that was better than his free throw percentage. You want to get that flip, and hopefully Jordan will be able to do that.
Byron Mullins is checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles on D. 10-point lead. Griffin against Smith. Harden dishes to Parsons. Drills it from outside. And for DeAndre Jordan, it's strange. His shooting motion at the line looks good, but Steve, last year just 38% from the stripe.
Well, it's got to be mental, Kevin, because if you watch the way he shoots, you know, it's not a beautiful stroke, but it's not broken by any means. I think it's all about finding a way to be comfortable at the free throw line. Some players never reach that point.
And for Houston, they're shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Harden the pass to Lynn. He dishes it to Howard.
Well, you think back to 2011 and 12 when Dwight was playing his final season in Orlando. He just didn't know what was going to happen. He would say one thing and then do another. It turned into a long saga. And then kind of the same thing happened last year with the Lakers.
Free throw good, Howard. For the Clippers, Jamison comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. And both free throws good for Howard. And here's Collison. There's the dish to Mullins. From 11 feet away, and he nails the jumper. And the Clippers lead by 9. Well, getting back to Howard, he said he knew where he would sign, but there were all sorts of possibilities as he went Clark through free agency.
Yeah, Kevin, the contenders and pretenders ended up being clear fairly fast. I mean, as you might imagine, when a franchise player hits the market, there's a lot of interest, but ultimately he ended up here, which seems to be a really good fit for him.
Well, he found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
Dishes to Jamison. Deep two from Crawford. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Now the feed to Beverly. Howard, good. And now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Tell you what, he takes a lot of punishment inside. When Howard gets the ball in deep, defenses are looking to foul him hard because of his difficulties at the free throw line.
And he's a devastating finisher when you let him power it up to throw it down. He's a former dunk contest champ, Steve, so you give him a chance to do that, he'll make you part of his highlight reel.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Dwight Howard is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and, you know, when he's healthy, he can really anchor a defense inside with his rebounding and shot blocking. A real force in the paint.
No good on the free throw. And Clark, I know for Howard, you said when he's right. But the last few seasons, Steve, I think that's become an issue. Injuries have been a problem.
For sure, his production has waned. He had the disc issue in his back that numbed out one of his legs last year, had to have back surgery. So, you think about everything else, the torn labrum in his shoulder. He's taken a pounding over the years. Not a good foul shooter, so people really hit him hard and force him to the line. You wonder if maybe that has something to do with the injuries.
Took him no time at all on that one. Utley's got 11 points.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Here's Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
Beverly. Here's Collison. Hits the target from 18 feet. And the Clippers lead by 6. Here's Beverly. Pass to Howard. That is good. He's got 10.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Outside Collison. He kicks it to Dudley. Right side Jamison. Here's Mullins. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Mullins got his second basket of the game. Rockets trail by 6. 1:52 left here in the opening quarter. Feeds it to Beverly. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Crawford drives in. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
You can see that their game plan is to work it inside, and that's been very successful so far.
And they've made the most of their opportunities inside.
And that's something that they shouldn't get away from, Kevin. When you're having success inside, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Well, Jamal has always been able to provide a spark of offense in a hurry, but last year he was a force unto his own coming off the bench. A terrific mid-level acquisition for the Clippers.
Here's Beverly. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Mullins. Jamison with a screen for Collison. And it's blocked by Beverly. Garcia against Crawford. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Garcia dishes to Harden. To the left wing. Oniunas passes to Harden. Clock at 4. Stolen by Dudley. Down low. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. And for Crawford with the Clippers, his best shooting since the 2009-2010 season, Steve, when he won the 6th Man of the Year award.
Well, and he came close to winning it again last season with the Clippers.
Sure did.
He's a guy who can create his shot as well as anybody in the league. And the ability to hit tough shots. He's the kind of player you want at the end of games who can create something out of nothing and hit winning shots.
Outside Collison. Crawford outside. 2 on the clock. The shot misses. So as we end the first quarter. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Collison is out there with Chris Paul, and it's Crawford at the 3 spot. Now here's Paul after the miss from Ashik. Paul outside. He feeds it to Jordan. 17-foot shot on the way. That's good from Paul on the assist by Jordan.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
Lynn kicks to Asik. Back to Lynn. Left side, Lynn. Garcia.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one. Houston might have made the playoffs in the West last season, guys, but it wasn't because they were beating up on their peers. They were 24-28 against the rest of the West. That's why they got the 8th seed.
First free throw is good. And the Clippers making a change here. Redick is checked in. And so Garcia nails both of them.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Paul goes in. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Smith with a screen on Jordan. Here's Asik. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Here is Paul, following the score by Houston. You remember the Rockets last year when they were playing a lot of teams in the West near the end of the regular season. That was when they slipped, Steve, out of the 6th seed range down to number 8.
Well, of course, the West was really strong last year, Kevin, so it makes sense that you're going to struggle a little bit against all those good teams. But, Houston ended up being the only team in the West to make the playoffs with a sub-500 record against the rest of the conference.
Free throw, good, Paul.
Paul's been great. He has 12 points and a steal. The assists have been coming for him, along with putting some numbers up from the foul line, too.
Yeah, very unselfish play from him. He's been really a tremendous factor in this game.
And so Paul nails both of them.
You look at Chris Paul and his physical stature, guys. I mean, he's not overwhelmingly strong or certainly not that big. Doesn't really bounce out of the gym. But it's the way he knows how to use everything that he has, particularly his body control. That allows him to be a dangerous finisher in the paint on a consistent basis.
Paul gets a screen from Griffin, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
When you talk about Chris Paul's penetration, he wears the number 3 in honor of Allen Iverson. But he's not the athlete that Iverson was.
Well, he's different. Iverson was a blur. Chris Paul is more about strength and side-to-side quickness. But Paul's a very good athlete in his own right. But it's his skill that is just so impressive. The ball handling, the passing, the awareness. What a player.
And here is Paul after the three-pointer from Garcia.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Here's Lynn after the made shot from Jordan. Lynn kicks to Asik. Passes it to Parsons. Rejected by Jordan, and they're able to recover.
Los Angeles foul call. Blake Griffin. That's his third personal.
Well, guys, the Houston fans could be forgiven for not having heard of Omer Asik when the Rockets signed him as their starting center a season ago. He was a second-round pick out of Turkey in 08. a backup in Chicago, but he's quickly shown himself to be a key piece of this promising young core.
And the first one drops.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line, and that's a must-do when you're down.
Both good from the line that time. Clippers leading by 6. Paul outside. Redick gets a screen from Griffin. Redick dishes to Jordan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And you have to give the Rockets credit for going after Asik, a player who never averaged more than 15 minutes a game with Chicago, a restricted free agent with the Bulls, and became a very important part for the Rockets.
Well, they clearly saw something special with Asik. He's a great rebounder and defender, uses his body, understands angles, and plays that verticality really well as a defensive center.
That free throw missing.
I tell you what, guys, I think most NBA fans can think back to last season when DeAndre Jordan had a dunk for the ages. I remember my son reached out to me by text and said, "Did you see what DeAndre did?" And it was major impressive.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And for DeAndre Jordan, spectacular dunks are nothing new. I read the other day a 9'6" standing reach. He can touch the rim on the tips of his toes.
I read that too. It's interesting. I mean, he's so big and yet so explosive off his feet. So I think he has the ability to be one of the best defensive players in the NBA.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Gentlemen, James Harden led the NBA last season, averaging over 8.5 made free throws per game. He's one of the masters at drawing contact and said, quote, "It gives me confidence to get some easy free throws and open up my entire game. I just try to be aggressive and get to the basket. It opens up my jump shot and opens up my teammates with defenders helping off." Guys, the Rockets more than happy running their offense through James.
Well, it certainly seems like a smart move for him. Thanks, Doris. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
You know, you go through the regular season, guys, and set all sorts of records for your franchise and wins and winning streaks and all that. You win your division for the first time ever, your first 50-win season, and what do you get for it? Bounced in the first round of the playoffs. It's still progress, though, and I think the Clippers will use that for motivation this season.
Now, Redick, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers got up 2-zip on the Grizzlies, but all of a sudden it came to a crashing halt. As Steve, they dropped 4 consecutive games, and just like that, we're out of the postseason.
Yeah, injuries played a part. Blake Griffin sprained his ankle, but I think the Clippers were exposed a little bit too. They're limited offensively on the front line and maybe not quite enough shooting, but that's why they made the moves in the offseason. And they're looking to pick up and make some improvement in that regard.
Now Garcia following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. And Parsons kicks to Lynn. Goes up at the stripe, and it's Houston with another.
Well, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something you should get away from.
Paul outside. Pass to Jordan. Tries to snap the cold streak. Misses off the left iron.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Clippers trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Redick passes to Crawford. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Jordan trying to free himself up, and Griffin with the score. The assist by Crawford.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Rockets have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. And it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Lynn. Lynn's got the lead up to 3 now for Houston. Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Paul dishes to Griffin. Kicks it out to Crawford. There's the pass to Redick. 6 to shoot. Paul passes to Crawford. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Crawford's got 5 points so far.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Smith sets the pick for Garcia. Kicks it to Smith. To the paint. Lynn dishes to Ashe. Jordan with some nice D.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Now here's Griffin. Griffin a screen on Lynn. Paul kicks to Redick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
A nice shot by Lynn.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Paul gets a screen from Jordan. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Paul against Lynn. Lynn gets a screen from Ashe. Parsons attacking. Ashe, the pass to Lynn. With a floater. Rebound by Redick.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Paul dishes to Crawford. Back to Paul. The feed to Griffin. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. When you talk about big-time career assists, these are the players all-time with the gift of assist. And you look at this list of the all-time leaders, you're looking at the legends of the game, the greats of the game, past and present.
Yeah, names like Mark Jackson, Jason Kidd, John Stockton. Of course, not just great passers, but you look at the longevity. I mean, that's an achievement in its own right.
Timeout called, the Rockets. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He thinks the use of ball screens against this defense would make a huge difference, and that's what he relayed to his players. He also went on to say that he wants to see good movement on the perimeter and plays being run to get their outside shooters open. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Howard, good.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Paul outside. He dishes it to Jamison. Pass to Mullins. Right side, Jamison. Puts it up. Another one falls for the Clippers. Rockets trail by 3. And Beverly kicks to Harden. The dish to Beverly. Back to Harden. Feeds it to Howard. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Tremendous output from Howard. He has 12 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And he makes the first.
You know, this is a common problem for them, their inability to consistently knock down their free throws.
Darren Collison, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, one thing that Byron Mullins added last year was a three-point shot, and he wasn't shy at all about trying it out. I mean, it was still a work in progress, and right now I think it's a part of his game.
Puts it up from 17. Chris Paul again. Paul's got 19 points.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
And Beverly kicks to Moniunas. Dishes to Beverly. And here's Harden for three. It's rebounded by Mullins. Mullins got 5 rebounds tonight. And to go back to Mullins, not the best percentage from outside, but he is a spot of big man, Steve.
Well, if he can get his three-point percentage up a little higher, along with his decent rebounding, I think they found something in terms of a player who can be a consistent threat in that front court.
The Clippers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Well, last season they only hit 71% of their free throws, so this is a continuing problem, guys.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Free throw, good, Paul.
Well, it certainly had the makings of a great story. Harden versus his old team, the Rockets coming back with a big Game 5 win. If they could get Game 6, they'd be able to force that final 7th game and maybe pull off the upset, but it wasn't meant to be.
And both free throws good from Paul. Well, going back to the Rockets in the postseason, a lot of people had them picked to get steamrolled. But Steve, they put up a solid fight and really turned some heads with how they played.
Well, the easy answer was because of the Westbrook injury. That's how Houston was able to really take Oklahoma City deep into that series. But I think there's more to it than that. The Rockets have tremendous offensive firepower. I think they're gaining momentum as a franchise. And heading into this year, I think they're one of the scariest teams in the conference.
And that one's good. Mullins got 6 points.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
They set the screen. Beverly, the pass to Moniunas. Harden gets a screen from Moniunas. Here's Beverly, and another 3 for Houston.
You look at them and what they're trying to do on offense, and I like it. I really do. I like the way they're using the entire court. They're spreading themselves out, and when you spread yourself out and make the extra pass, it gives you a chance to get good looks from behind the three-point line, and they're draining their chances.
Here's Beverly after Darren Collison's bucket. Harden kicks to Beverly. Parsons, right side. Passes it to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Moniunas' shot is good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Moniunas with the steal. Parsons on the wing, guarded by Mullins. Parsons dishes to Howard. And Parsons kicks to Harden. He feeds it to Beverly. A 3-ball. No luck. The Clippers go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
Harden against Dudley. Harden outside. Here's Beverly. That's good. Beverly's got 5 points now this quarter. But Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Rockets lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Paul. And Chris, you guys came out of the gates blazing, but cooled off a bit later on. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter, it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited, the officials excited, you know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
Chris, thank you so much. Kevin, in this league, you've got to sustain those hot starts.
Okay, Doris, thanks. And we'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly, but first, the halftime show.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a great game out in Houston. Thanks for joining us. The Rockets in a hard-fought game against the Los Angeles Clippers. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. A great performance by Jeremy Lin in the first half. He scored 16 points, and he's made some key plays in the assist department, too. It's also been a strong start for the Clippers. Through 2 quarters, their offense has been simply unstoppable. Bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket, you get it. Chris Paul has been amazing. He's got 21 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now let's head back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
I loved his approach, guys. He came out aggressively, took the ball into the teeth of the defense, and either got points at the rim or drew fouls.
Most of the time he's been drawing fouls. He has the free throw total to show for it, as well as a few nicks and bruises.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets. On either wing, Harden and Parsons. It's Asik paired up in the front court with Howard. And it's Lin in at the point. Here's Paul. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. Paul passes to Redick. Jordan with a screen on Harden. Here's Redick. Omer Asik with the rebound. Asik's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harden against Griffin. Harden can't hit. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Redick. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
16 seconds on the shot clock.
16. He kicks it to Griffin. They get it back. A second chance effort, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, everybody knows around the league that if you get in Blake Griffin's way when he has a head of steam going, you're going to end up on his poster at some point. So since coming into the league, I think he's become as intimidating a player as we've seen.
I agree. It's just not posterizing people either, Steve, although he does a bunch of that. When he gets a steal and has a free lane to the basket on a breakaway, there's a good chance the crowd's going to see a mini dunk contest from Blake.
The free throw drops for Griffin.
You know, the big knock on Blake Griffin through the beginning of his career is that he struggled with his free throws. He worked at it, and last season had the highest free throw percentage of his career. Well done by Blake. He's got to continue to improve there.
Both free throws good from Griffin. And for Blake Griffin, of course, draws fouls in bunches. In fact, last season, around 67% from the free throw line.
A major improvement. He was closer to 50% the year before that. So, you know, he'd like to even get better than 67, but that's serviceable. That's to the point where you're going to make people pay if they foul you. So I like what Griffin has done as far as the improvement is concerned.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Paul kicks to Redick. Left side, Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, guys. Doc Rivers, the new head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers, said after last season, quote, "There were times last year when they were the best team in the league. So I clearly think this is an extremely talented basketball team. But can we do that now in the postseason as opposed to just the regular season? That'll be the true test, gentlemen."
Yeah, championship mentality, Doris. Good point. Thanks. Dudley dishes the ball. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Lin. Lin's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 3. Paul kicks to Griffin. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
That was an important bucket. They're only 1 of 5 now, so they really had to get their offense clicking.
Griffin is doing amazing things on the court and off the court. I mean, his charisma and sense of humor really have made him one of the more marketable players in the entire league.
Going back to Griffin, he spent a summer interning with an LA-based comedy website I'm reading here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has a love for comedy, and playing in LA, that's a great opportunity for him to work the entertainment side of things. And of course, he does have a real job with the Clippers. He's got to focus there.
He does. You know, but those commercials he's in are fun.
They are good.
Yeah, they're good. Los Angeles calls timeout. One of the stories here, Dwight Howard getting it done today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. Back to fundamentals. That's what he told them. Specifically, he'd like to see them implement the pick and roll as often as possible. The next message he had for them was that they should be attacking the basket on offense. He felt very strongly that the defense they're up against is vulnerable down low. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Lin. After the miss from Dudley. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Now it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
They've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Paul. 21 points in the game. Griffin inside. He's covered by Asher. Griffin's shot is off.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Lin. The teardrop falls in. Lin's got 18 points.
Man, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Paul goes in, and there's the pass to Reddick. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball. And Parsons kicks to Harden. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 7. Left side, Griffin. And Ashik sends it back. Wow! And that one's good, Griffin.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
And the Clippers making a change here. And it's the Rockets with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Lin the pass to Asher. Back to Lin. 6 to shoot. Smith sets the pick for Lin. Off the screen. Misses off the right iron.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He'd like them to better establish the transition game, to pick up the tempo and put pressure on the defense in the open floor. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him. One of the things that really jumps out at you about the Clippers is their depth. Really impressive. I mean, they've surrounded their stars with a bench that includes Jamal Crawford, who was second in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. They've got a nice second unit.
Now here's Lin. After the miss from Reddick. The three from Harden. Another miss by Houston.
He's playing selfishly now, guys. He's just trying to get as many shots up as he can. Doesn't look at all concerned about his teammates.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And we talk about the bench for the Clippers last season. Also guys like Matt Barnes and Lamar Odom. Steve, some good defensive tenacity there too.
Yeah, they had an edge. You know, Barnes really gave them some toughness and some grit. I thought Crawford's shooting gave them some balance where they had a good offense to go with good defense. And then Bledsoe slashing. They were a lot of fun to watch, that bench unit.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Now, here's Reddick. The open shot, Paul. That one wide left.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Up top, Lin, guarded by Crawford. Shoots it up. Garcia's shot is good. Garcia's got the lead up to 7 now for Houston. Paul gets a screen from Griffin. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 25 points.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Lin gets a screen from Monty Eunice. Paul against Lin to the inside. And Monty Eunice with the basket on the assist by Lin. Monty Eunice has got 8.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The drive by Paul. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Smith with a screen on Paul. On the wing, Harden. From the arc. And that one's good. 10 points for him.
I give him credit. He didn't have much confidence going in the first half, but he's picking up the pace here.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Antoine Jameson's checked in for Los Angeles. Collison comes in for J.J. Redick. Clippers trail by 10. Jamison with a screen for Paul. Jamison inside. Misses from short range. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Smith with a screen on Collison. Lin kicks to Monty Eunice. Harden outside. Fires from the wing. That's good on the jump shot. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
And it's Paul penetrating, and they get it. That's blocked. Mullins dishes to Jamison. That one off the back iron and out. Harden the pass to Garcia, and he gets the bucket. Garcia's got 11 points.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
The shot's good from Paul.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Rockets leading by 11. Smith sets the pick for Lin. Smith outside. Here's Harden on the wing. Rebound by Jamison.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
A lot of people had Antoine Jamison, guys, pegged as a potential sixth man of the year when he joined the Lakers, but he basically ended up being relegated to being a role player on the bench. An important part of the rotation, but the fewest minutes he averaged in his career.
And here is Lynn following the three from Chris Paul. And Garcia kicks to Smith. Outside, Garcia. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Jamison's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Antoine Jamison, a versatile scorer. The flip shot in the lane, range out beyond the three-point arc. He has a full bag of those kind of shots.
He does. He's got an interesting game, Kevin. He's been able to hit that in-between floater for a long time, but he's gotten better with the three-point shot as he's gotten older.
Here's Lynn following the basket by Chris Paul. Harden with it, picked up by Collison. Lynn gets a screen from Moniunas. Houston moving it around, and he converts the layup. Moniunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now here's Paul. 33 points for him. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Smith, and it's Houston on the break. Harden kicks to Smith. Moniunas dishes to Lynn. Pass to Harden. Fires it up. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 7th assist in the game. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, Jeremy Lin made a lot of strides last season on the court, guys, but I think in order for him to take his game to the next level, he's got to be a bigger and more consistent threat from outside. If he can home in on that three ball, I think he'll be much more difficult to defend.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Here's Mullins. He's guarded by Howard. Mullins kicks to Dudley. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the third. And for Jeremy Lin, his three-point stroke did improve as last season wore on.
Well, once he got his legs under him, he was shooting over 40% from long range. And that's key when you're playing alongside a guy like James Harden, who's so good with the ball in his hands.
First one falls for him.
Jared Dudley out of Boston College in his 7th season already. A smart vet who knows where to be defensively. He knocks down shots. I like his game. He's a winning player because he does a lot of little things and is always ready to step into his role.
Both free throws good from Dudley. And for Jared Dudley, Steve, you had a chance to be around him in your time in Phoenix.
Yeah, traded for him. That was the Raja Bell, Boris Diaw for Jason Richardson and Dudley trade. Pretty good deal for both teams, really. But Dudley came into his own when he arrived in Phoenix, developed that three-point shot, but had always been a guy respected for his defense, for his work ethic, and his basketball IQ.
Former ACC Player of the Year.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Clippers trail by 8. Outside Collison. Kicks to Jamison. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
The three from Harden. That misses. Would have kind of had it gone in. And we've reached the end of the third. The Rockets on top, leading by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers trail by 6, taking a look at Los Angeles. Redick and Dudley filling out the perimeter. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Collison in at the 1. Griffin passes to Dudley. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Now here's Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Dudley with it. And it's good off the back rim and in. Dudley's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Jordan with it. Now guarded by Redick. Howard with this screen on Dudley. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
Now here's Collison. And there's the feed to Griffin. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And he gets it to go.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Ashe. And some nice passing there by Houston. Harden can't hit. The Clippers trail. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they're playing with so much energy offensively. The ball is really moving.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, let's forgive him for that turnover. It's the only one he's committed today.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Collison kicks to Griffin. To tie it up. And it's good on the way in. Griffin's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
Now here's Howard. 6 to shoot. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Howard's got 21. And here's Collison. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And that is good. 21 points in the game. And here's Harden. He dishes it to Beverly. Fires the 3. But they recover it. Parsons passes to Howard. The 3 from Harden. The shot is off, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. To take the lead, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. He can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Ball's checked in for the Clippers. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Timeout called, the Rockets.
Tell you what, you've got to give the Houston Rockets a lot of credit, guys. After losing their franchise players to injury and age back in '09, they've managed to rebuild this team without tanking for lottery picks or going all the way to the bottom of the heap. Very impressive.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Kevin McHale coaching his team during that break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get a stops, and get on a run of
Thanks again, Doris. And for the Rockets, they've been very shrewd acquiring undervalued players, trading for draft picks. Steve, all in the hopes of swinging big trades for superstars.
Well, and then when they acquired James Harden, they finally got a cornerstone player. Now all of a sudden you throw in Dwight Howard, you've got another foundational player. So all these years of tinkering and trading and moving picks and moving players, it's finally paid off, and now he's got the team he was hoping to put together.
Al Paul. James Harden missing on the three. Great communication on the alley-oop. And now it's a three-point Los Angeles lead.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as the receiver, he didn't feel like he had the need to go for the monster finish, just laying it in, making sure he got the points.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Jordan. And it's Omer Ashik with the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
That's his fourth personal foul.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-5 run. Paul kicks to Jordan. And it's sent back by Howard. It's Harden with the drive. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Clippers leading by 3. Al Paul. And he banks in the layup. Paul's got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, he's so reliable when he gets in tight, guys, and that hoop there gives him a nice little cushion here late.
Harden kicks to Parsons. The dish to Howard. Baseline J on the way. They get it back. It's Harden with the drive. Lets it go with a three. No good from Beverly. The Clippers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Harden against Paul. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, the Rockets did a lot to make over their backcourt last season as they brought in 2 big names in Jeremy Lin and James Harden. And that's not always an easy adjustment. Took a little time for both of those guys to figure out how to coexist in the pick and roll offense.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, as you said, it took some time for this Houston backcourt to learn how to play with each other, but that is the case for any duo. Eventually, Steve, they found a happier medium, and that initiated some great offense between them.
Well, they were much more effective down the stretch last season, Kevin, and I thought it really showed in the way Lin and Harden kind of played off of each other. So, you know, a lot of teams, they seem to want to have that second option for bringing the ball up or for attacking. And it is very effective to have a couple of guys who can each attack and create.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Beverly. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
That's demoralizing. They needed to stop there, and instead they give up 3 points on an open look.
Feeds to Griffin. Shoots from the baseline and is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Here's Paul. Dishes it to Redick. Passes it to Griffin. Shoots over Ashik. Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Beverly dishes to Harden. Here's the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. And now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Gotta love the teardrop. Just put it right over the defender.
Jordan sets the pick for Paul. And they double up Paul. He feeds it to Griffin. no good.
Well, he didn't quit on the play. He defended the shot, contested it, and then got back straight to the glass.
Parsons for three, and another three for Houston.
Well, Parsons was really a surprise coming out of Florida. Had a big impact in his rookie season with Houston. Very reliable in a lot of areas. Can handle the ball, can knock down a long-range shot, and a better defender than you think as well.
That is what makes Parsons such an easy guy to send out on the floor. You know exactly what he's going to give you on offense and is very consistent. Picked his pocket. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
Frank Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And so here are the Clippers. The Rockets making the shot. Paul gets a screen from Griffin. The drive-by call. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Paul's got 41.
Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Harden with it. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. With the fadeaway. And another three for Houston.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Park. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Clippers trail by 4. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Griffin slams it in.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Here's Beverly, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Beverly, the pass to Harden. Right wing. From 10 feet out, and it goes through once again. Nice hit there from Beverly.
This has really become an intense ball game ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Paul.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Harden dishes to Usher. He kicks to Parsons. Here's Beverly, and the pass to Harden. To the left side wing. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Ball against Howard. Floats one up. Chris Paul again. Paul's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Here's Beverly. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Beverly's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Los Angeles calls timeout. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in. LA's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Paul kicks to Crawford. Back to Paul. Shoots from 14. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Parsons on the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Paul's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now Griffin inside. There's the bucket. Good. Griffin's got 19 points.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Timeout called for Rockets. pass to Parsons. A basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got assist number 8 here in this one already. 1:39 left to play here in the fourth. Ball against Lynn. Paul dishes to Griffin. And here's Dudley for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. Just a thing of beauty to it.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense because now you can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, what a hustle play right there, fellas. The energy, the passion. Love the way he plays. For the Clippers, they have really struggled against Harden.
He's got 24 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he was using the long-range jumper to deadly effect. But
in the first half, he was able to get to the line a little bit more. Let's see if he can pick it up here.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 3. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Paul goes in, and that one's good. Paul's got 47 points.
Clutch basket there to shave points off this lead. And I'll tell you what, the later we get into this game, the more they need him attacking the basket.
Harden kicks to Lynn. Harden against Paul.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Los Angeles has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Buries it. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Then the pass to Howard. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Now a timeout called by Houston. The score is tied at 122. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the game.
I'll tell you what, they are dialed in from three-point line here in the fourth quarter.
You called that one right. Causing some serious harm from long range.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Dudley dishes to Paul. Dudley with a screen on Parsons. That's a 2 from Paul. The Rockets pull it in. They've led by as many as 14 points. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And this one is far from over. If they can get a quick score here and then a fast foul as well.
Tell you what, free throws become tougher with the game on the line, so a few missed ones here, and they could get right back in it.
Now here's Jordan. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And now down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden. Congratulations on the win, James. And what did it take for the team to make the push necessary to put yourselves in position to win tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with the victory.
It was a decisive run, James. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.